Kemboy, Cornelius Kemboy, 11th in the last Commonwealth Games. Andy Butchart, massive cheer for him, 13th here in the 10,000 a couple of nights ago. The Indian Gurveer Singh, the silver medalist at the 10,000 on Tuesday night, 16th in the 10,000. Has he recovered? Set in the 10,000 last year. Alamzi Andrew of Kenya is in there as well. He's a 13:03 performer. And then in that second rank, well, we can go to another Kenyan. We didn't see Karan of Fiji. There's Matthew Kipsang, 9th in the Paris Time League, as I said. He is the Kenyan champion, has to be given a lot of respect, although his best is only in inverted commas, 12:58. Akhtar of Pakistan is there, never broken 14 minutes. Ratsim of Tanzania, just 19. No form for him at all. Jackson Sharp, 4th in the Australian Championships, but in very good form. A lot of 3,000s recently. 13:05, his lifetime best. That was back in May. Mo Ahmed, probably the most experienced man in the field. 35 years old now, 9 times a Canadian champion. Olympic silver medalist back in 2021, and 4th as long ago as Rio. He's in good form, 13:10 this year. Northern Ireland's Callum Morgan is a 13:23 athlete at his best. Then we saw the Solomon Islands Gijay Jr. Kieran Lam, 5 times Canadian champion, don't discount him. Daniel Sindra of Tanzania. Kenneth Kiprop of Uganda. Won in Hengelo over 5,000 metres. He hasn't raced since then. That was on the 21st of June, some 6 weeks ago. Justin Knight of Canada could be a factor here. Chizale of Malawi. Joshua of Tanzania, 16th in the last Commonwealth Games. Nick Griggs, as I said, former European under-20 champion at 3,000. He's run 13:05. He's only 21. 9th of the world indoors back in March. He wintered well, Nick Griggs. 13:16 so far this year. And Dan Kibet of Uganda on the inside. Well, there's the 10,000 metres champion, Kai Robinson for Australia. He goes in this one. All 3 medalists from the 10,000 metres 4 nights ago go here in this 5,000 metres. The wind, of course, will be a factor. 12 times they've got to run into the wind up the back straight before sprinting for home down the home straight. Could be a real cat and mouse game, this one. I mean, who wants to lead out a race like this ahead of such a talented field, such a big field? A field that, in my opinion, is too big. That's huge. You don't get 26 men in major global championship 5,000 metres for a good reason. And that's because there's too much pushing and shoving and bunching. There are athletes in here of a relatively low standard, with all due respect, and they will be lapped, and that might cause problems. They could so easily have had 2 heats of 13 runners earlier in the week. I'm a little puzzled at that one. Answers on a postcard, please. Andy Butchart deciding he didn't come here to jog round. He's got the 10,000 in his legs, but with the shoe technology, like many of the others here who had 25 laps on Tuesday night, they can recover a little bit better these days. The spikes and their training shoes protect the legs a little bit better. Without going into too much detail, athletes recover faster with various methods used, technological methods, not all to do with the shoes by any means. Diet and other things are what help them out there. But Robinson, the 10,000 metre champion, tucked in right behind Mo Ahmed there, 2 of the really class acts here, leading at the moment. Mo Ahmed didn't finish the World Championship 10,000 last year. He hasn't raced since his season's best back on the 13th of June. Wasn't that some 7 weeks ago now?
I'm delighted to see Mo Ahmed at the front here for Canada. And you said it, Tim, one of the most experienced men in this field. That Olympic medal back in 2021. He was actually 4th in Paris as well, so he's very accomplished on the international stage. And the fact that he wasn't in the 10,000, when that's an event he's very competent in, makes me think that Mo Ahmed was putting all of his eggs in the 5,000 basket. You need to rely on the fact that the other men might be tired from that 10,000, and if he's going to capitalise on any fatigue from those 25 laps, he's got to make this 5,000 a decent pace.
Well, Ahmed leads them through 800 metres. The first lap was a 70, the second lap not much quicker.
It's not lightning quick over with the men. Chep Kemboy of Kenya throwing next in the women's javelin. 49.72 in the first round, and that is way, way better. The bronze medal mark at the moment, Rima Otabo of Bahamas. Chep Kemboy has hit that really well. See, it's strapping around her shoulder, a brace on her elbow. That's what it takes out of the body. And Julius Jago liked it. Thumbs up from him. I think that had a good praise for Jet Kemboy. 57 metres, 85. Puts her half a metre ahead of a Torbo, and she's our new third placer.
1 kilometre reached in 2:49.4 just now. It is slow. Mo Ahmed reluctantly perhaps just striding along in front there. Everybody else tucked in, getting a little bit of protection. And Kai Robinson paying close attention to the front end. Lesotho's Kamohelo Mofolo was in third place, now second. Dan Kibet there, the best of the Ugandans in that yellow vest on the outside. On the inside is Gurveer Singh. He took a medal in the 10,000 metres. He had a fabulous run, did Singh there, the silver, where in a week in which India really has clicked up a couple of notches in status as a track and field nation. They've had a fabulous week's athletics here, and there's more to come in future years, believe me. This monstrous nation, a sleeping giant in road running and in so many other respects. There's 67.9 there. It's still slow.
Picking up ever so slightly with Mo Ahmed, or Mofolo, going into the lead here for Lesotho, and it looks like you're having an easy ride in that pack where you're not taking the pace, and even the athletes on the inside that are running a shorter line. But there's so many micro adjustments from the pack, whether someone's stepping out slightly or slowing down or speeding up. It's not as calm as it looks in the middle of that pack. You can expend a lot of energy jostling with the men around you, and I think Mo Ahmed putting himself outside of that, not getting involved with that jostling, and now the athlete from Lesotho, Mofolo, as well, not wanting to clash elbows.
Going through 4 laps in around 4:32, so it is slow. Now, running at a 5,000 like this, mile distance, it is quite tiring being in a pack where you're watching the figures around you. I'd hate to be in the middle of that pack. I'd prefer to be slightly on the outside, maybe in about 5th or 6th position here, keeping in touch with the front end in case anybody kicks away. Give yourself a chance to react to anything that happens at the front end, but actually just not spending half your energy avoiding other runners, because this is a big pack that's broken away here. What is it? About 20 strong. And as they come towards 2K, remember that first kilometre, 2:49. This second kilometre will undoubtedly be a little bit quicker, as now Dan Kibet of Uganda, 11th in the 10,000 here, coached by Adi Reuter, a Dutch coach who spends his time in Africa and is a very, very knowledgeable coach. I think he looks after Cheptegei, Adi Reuter, and waiting for that 2K mark to come up, 5:35.5. At 2K, so that very slow. 5:20 would have been 64, so they were operating at around 68 seconds per lap here.
Kibet is doing a push here from the front. The fastest lap was the previous one at a 65, so it'd be interesting to see this split. And Mo Ahmed responded very positively. It was initially to the move from Mofolo, and then the move from Kibet. There you go, 64 seconds for that lap. They are just nudging down and nudging down. It's doing a little bit of damage at the back. Not much yet, and the pack just starting to respond. And there's a few men, if you look at halfway in the field, just realising, if I don't get myself up now, I might miss a break here. I might miss a gap opening up.
No, that's exactly right. Once you get down to 64s, then you know you're motoring. That's 13:20 pace. Still not quick by international standards these days, but it is something that you have to pay attention to. Gurveer Singh in the blue there, back in about 5th place. That pack is bunching, though, now, because Kibet, having shoved in a fast lap, has slowed right down, and coming up towards the front now is Kemboy. Ahmed still up in 3rd place on the inside. They're running the shortest line, trying to cover everything. Malaki now beginning to come into the picture. He's back in 5th place, the medalist in the 10,000 metres 4 nights ago. To the left of picture in the yellow vest with the long black hair is quite a character. One of the Australian squad, Seth O'Donnell. He's a drummer in a band. He's got cult status. They're that big black mullet. He's fresh from a 1,500 personal best on the 11th of July, 3 weeks ago, but he's sitting right towards the back of this one at the moment, O'Donnell. His best 13:12 this year.
This is a serious push here from Cornelius Kemboy. He's got the accolades as well. 12:56, new lifetime best set this year. He was at 5th in Monaco as well, at the Diamond League there. So you can see the response from the athletes behind as well. I like to watch the response from the pack. How much do they fear the move that's going on in the front? It's to do with the change in pace, but also who's doing it. And Kemboy is definitely causing an effect further down the field.
Well, when they come through the line this time, as they go around the top bend there, with the pole vault unfolding, the men's pole vault. It will be the 3,000 metre mark. Maybe that'll be the point at which some move is made. As you can see there, they're having to lap an athlete there, this huge pack. That can cause problems as the guys coming up right behind the lapped athlete have to move out, and others don't realise that. Let's hope nobody goes down. 2,000 metres to go. 5K reached there in a slow, very slow, pedestrian for many of these athletes. 8:16. Now, that pack is still 2 or 3 abreast. It's worryingly big. Nobody has really taken the bull by the horns yet, and you can't really blame them because now they're into the back straight. They have the wind behind them, in front of them. They're going into this strong wind, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 7 abreast. I mean, you don't see that too often. There's athletes out in lane 3. Nobody wants to take on responsibility here. Ken Boy it is who led them through 3,000 in 8:16.24. But as they come round this time and through the line, it'll be a mile to go. And I wonder soon if somebody will lose patience, Hannah Ringdon, somebody who's not really a big kicker. Kai Robinson, well, there's nothing wrong with his kick in that 10,000 on Tuesday night. But if you're not a big kicker, you have to start thinking about making the move soon and test this field. And you've got to go hard and hold it, maintain that tempo. There's no point in going hard and then slowing down.
Ratsim making a move around the outside for Tanzania. And Kemboi again is the man, the Kenyan in the Kenyan vest, going to the front, just keeping the race moving. And Kai Robinson, I think he's gathering himself. And look at that move from Kieran Lum as well. One of the Canadians, he is running for the same team as Mo Ahmed. They've just made a different kit selection here. Ahmed in the white of Canada, Lum in the red, and the sunglasses just behind. There's people leapfrogging the pack, trying to get himself in a good position. Nick Griggs of Northern Ireland having a go on the inside. Kip Sang of Kenya barging Mafolo to the side. They all know it's going to kick off at any second. Kai Robinson's poised perfectly.
9 laps done, and they went through there, in about 9:56, something like that. It's very slow. The last lap at the bell was at the bell as they went through the line, was 66.7. But now Kemboi beginning to wind it up. It's 2 by 2 now down the home straight as they come through this time. It'll be 3 laps to go. Kemboi from Kai Robinson, Matthew Kipsang, the second Kenyan, there in 4th place, with Gurveer Singh giving a good account of himself. They go through there in about 10:25. That was a 62.9. Now they're motoring, and this will see the gaps develop. Mo Ahmed still right up there, running wide off the curb. It's Kemboi from Robinson from Kipsang. Singh in the blue of India there on the inside. Mo Ahmed back in 5th place. Kenneth Kiprop there, the best place to the Ugandans. Kieran Lum of Canada up there as well. Dan Kibet topping out the top 8, and moving down the outside there is the Australian Seth O'Donnell. He might fancy his chances in what is a typical championship 5,000. The absolute opposite of what you see on the Diamond League circuit. No pacemakers here, nobody prepared to take it out hard. Mind you, it is windy. You don't get conditions like this very often on the Diamond League circuit. Some of these men, a little bit like fish out of water in these circumstances. Who's going to cope best as Kemboi continues to lead with just over 2 laps to go?
Gurveer Singh looking good for India in 4th place at the moment. The second Kenyan, Matthew Kipsang, has just held himself right there. I don't know if he's waiting to cover a move from Kai Robinson or he's ready to do his own move. That lap, a tiny bit slower, 63. Maybe Kemboi starting to feel the effects of pushing this pace.
Well, nobody has yet made a move. I mean, it's extraordinary. They're leaving it very, very late. This is becoming almost an 800-metre race for most of these fellas because they should all be feeling pretty good at the moment. There's been nothing really here to shock anybody. Nobody's shoved in a fast lap. Nobody's done anything extraordinary. Chizale of Malawi there in the blue, causing a little bit of chaos as the field go past him. But it's now Kai Robinson who hits the front, eases in on Kemboi there on the curb. The Kenyans in 2nd and 3rd. Robinson, the 10,000-metre champion, looks like he's ready to take this on. I doubt if he'll want to be headed from this point as they come into the straight for the penultimate time. Robinson from Kemboi, from Kipsang. Singh is still there. He's been possession well throughout the race. Now a move coming through from Mo Ahmed down the outside. The other Canadian is there too, Kieran Lum. They're all there. Nick Griggs of Northern Ireland is going there as they go through the bell with a 60-second lap to that point.
Phenomenal moves from all of these men. Look at the pack, 8 of them for 3 medals. Robinson trying to win from the front like he did in the 10,000, but the men are much closer and there's so many of them.
Robinson has been passed now by the Kenyans, and the surge is on. He's left it late. Gurveer Singh down the outside. Still at the back of his pack is Nick Griggs. He can kick viciously too. But look at the legs here from Kipsang. He strides away down the back straight and into this final bend. And surely now he's not going to be caught. It could be a late charge here. Has he gone too early? Fascinating, this one. That pack behind him has got to make up 7 or 8 metres, but he's going further clear as the Kenyan. The title is going to stay in East Africa. The flailing arms of Kipsang stay clear. Kai Robinson of Australia is going to make it a silver, and Gurveer Singh takes another medal there for India with the bronze. Brilliant from him, a late surge there to ease past Cornelius Kemboy. Kai Robinson so close to making it a double. Matthew Kipchumba, Kipsang, absolutely brilliant there. He took them by surprise, did the 30-year-old. He had a massive win at Budapest 3 or 4 weeks back. Hannah, you and I commentated on that one. That was a 3,000. He showed very, very good form there, this member of the Kenya Defence Forces. His time there was 7:31, beating a very strong field, and that sort of speed was undeniable there in the latter stages of that one. But it was anybody's race with 300 to go. He just had that acceleration with 200 to go, which is a rare quality to have, and he opened up 5 or 7 metres on this field in the space of about 50.
And for me, Matthew Kipsang, he was always poised on the shoulder of Kai Robinson and of his teammate as well, Kemboy. He was just waiting. I was wondering, was he waiting, or was he about to launch a winning move? And I think he was just waiting. And he let Kai Robinson play his hand first. The Australian that closed so phenomenally in the 10,000 metres did his kick, and then Matthew Kipsang did his. It was a 53-second last lap for the Kenyan, a 2:25 last kilometre, and he opened up. I mean, that's why he opened up such a gap over the rest of the field.
Yeah, I got the last mile there, last lap, as we see some of the tail enders coming up.